He lived on the edge of Dallas in a small wooden house that smelled like thyme and rain. His name was Robert Hayes. 58 years old, a man who had spent most of his life inside the steel walls of Northridge Metals, a factory that roared louder than any dream he ever had every morning. Before sunrise, he walked the same cracked road, coffee in one hand, lunchbox in the other, whispering to himself, just one more day, Robert. One more day when his wife Linda died. Everything slowed down, except him. She was the light of that house, the laughter, the warmth, the smell of cinnamon in winter after she was gone. He tried to fill that silence with work, with duty, with the promise he made beside her hospital bed. I will take care of them, Link, I promise. He kept that promise. 2 kids, Emily the bright one, who dreamed of skyscrapers and city lights, and Jack the quiet boy, who wanted to build engines and fix things just like his dad. Robert worked double shifts, so they never saw the cracks in his hands or the fear in his eyes. He sold his wedding ring, once told them it was being cleaned. He sold his truck, later said he wanted to walk more. Everything he did, so they would never know what he had given up. Years slipped away like dust in factory light. Emily went to college in Chicago. Jack took a job in Seattle, and the small wooden house became a museum of memories. Birthdays turned into phone calls, then into messages, then into silence. He told himself that is how life works. Children grow, fathers fade. But every night he sat by the window where Linda's photo stood and whispered, "They will come by soon, Link. They will." Then came the day the factory shut down, 35 years gone. In one announcement, he packed his locker into a box, stood in the empty hallway, and smiled anyway. Because that is what men like Robert do. They do not break. They just bend until the world stops watching. Winter hit hard that year. The power went out twice. The roof leaked. Still, he showed up at church every Sunday. Same shirt, same seat, same smile. When people asked about his kids, he said they were doing great. Big city jobs, big dreams. He never said he had not heard their voices in months. Then one gray afternoon, a knock on the door, a delivery he did not order. A box, no return name inside a blanket, and a note written in hurried handwriting, for when it gets cold. Love it. He stared at it for a long time before realizing it was Emily's handwriting. He pressed the blanket to his face and laughed quietly, half joy, half ache. Weeks passed, and then one evening, as golden light spilled through the curtains, an SUV stopped. Outside he heard doors open, footsteps crunching the gravel, and a voice, soft, trembling, say, "Dad." He turned, and there they were. Emily and Jack, older, nervous eyes wet. They looked at him like kids again, afraid they were too late. Emily held something small, a silver watch, the one he sold years ago to pay her first semester tuition. She said, "I found it in a pawn shop in Chicago. I could not let someone else wear your time." Jack stepped closer, voice cracking. "We thought we had time, Dad. We did not." Robert could not speak. The years of silence melted in that single breath. He reached out his hands, trembling, and pulled them both close. No words, just the sound of 3 hearts finding their rhythm again. That night, the table was full again. Laughter stories, Linda's photo, smiling under the lamp. Emily cooked pasta too. Soft, Jack burned the toast, and Robert swore he had never tasted anything better when the clock struck midnight. He walked to the porch, looked at the stars, and whispered, "They came home. Our kids came home." The wind moved through the trees, gentle like her touch once was. He smiled, tears falling without shame. And for the first time in years, the house did not feel old anymore. It felt alive.